Comet students.
You can walk around. Ready? Hey, Millersville University, Penn Manor football here with my buddy Cary Moyer. I'm Bruce Badgley. Section 1 LL play starts tonight. Penn Manor and Wilson. I think a real big battle to how these teams are going to finish the rest of the year. Cary, what do you think?
No, definitely. And I think, if you look back historically here, you said they're coming into this game tonight. One of these teams is 4-1. One of these teams is, 2-3. It's like which one's which. You'd say, well, Wilson's coming in on top and Penn Manor, is below. But we're actually the exact opposite this year coming in. And Penn Manor's had a great run. We've been down here, caught them a couple times. Got to see Wilson play earlier in the year when we did the broadcast against Governor Mifflin. So, start of Section 1 play here in the LL, and it's going to be interesting.
Very interesting, very interesting. All right, we're getting ready for the kickoff. Thanks for joining us here on SSP Network. As you can probably tell, we're al fresco tonight. As usual. So anyway, ready for some football. Brett Moyer here on our camera tonight. How about that, man? Gotta love it. Got our buddy John Walk from LNP. We'll have Joe Mays up from Bulldog Hour. Got a lot of friends here tonight, Cary.
No, it's always great to run into friends. I know Brett was catching up with some people beforehand too, and that's the great thing about football world.
And underway, that looks right up the gut and a big tackle. I think that was Eric Hinkle.
Nice driving punt there, and great job getting north and south on the return.
All right, 1st and 10. Ball's on about the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Comets from the 26-yard line.
So expecting Eli Werfel, start at quarterback. He's played very good for the Comets all year, Cary. And that's a pitch out to number 18. Ooh, looked like he got a face mask. I didn't call it. That was McCabe Kreider.
Number 18, McCabe Kreider.
Now again, we got to see this, offense of Penn Manor, the Comets, a couple times so far this year, and again, starting out here, in the middle of the field, trying to get out there on the perimeter, and of course, a lot of this is driven by Werfel, our quarterback. He's done a great job every time we've seen him. He has great presence out there as the leader, and is really the field general here for this offense.
Werfel. That's Jonathan Osman behind him, who he gives up the middle. Oh, Bruce! Looks like Wilson's got it. Boy, just what
Fumble on the play.
the doctor didn't order for Penn Manor on the opening drive, Cary.
Recovered by Wilson, number 9, TJ Flight.
We always talk about miscues as you go through the game, and can you capitalize on those? And big opportunity here for Wilson created by their defense.
So Wilson, a golden opportunity here. 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line. Looks like Brad Hoffman in at quarterback. That's Jones, the ball carrier to the left. He's got an opening. Boy, it really hurt that Jones was unavailable last week due to suspension. Cary, I was talking to Coach Doms before the game. He was a little bit upset about the fact that, it was more a reactionary rather than a malicious call. But, it is what it is. And that's a nice game on 1st down.
And coming in tonight, he's got 275 yards. Of course, you mentioned about last week, and averaging 5.3 yards a carry. So again, number 4, Jaden Jones.
And a whistle.
A little bit of movement. So talked about it a little bit in our pregame here. The tale of 2 seasons here so far, and again, in a kind of close one to open up the season. Wilson beat Central Dauphin 27-21. Of course, we had him on the broadcast over in Shillington. Governor Mifflin, that was just a crazy game day atmosphere for PA high school football. The stands, both sides were packed. They were like 5-6 deep along the fence, along the track, and of course Mifflin beat them that night. Following week, Exeter beat them. They beat Martin Luther King, and of course lost to Mannheim Central last week, which puts them in their 2 and 3 position coming into this one.
Hoffman now calling signals. Jaden Jones was left. He's back to pass. Look into the end zone. And what a bit of a catch by number 9, TJ Flight. One-handed. Oh my gosh. Pretty crazy, Cary.
No, that's a great job. Great athletic play by TJ Flight. One-handed grab. And if you're watching our broadcast, you want to go ahead and take that clip and send it into ESPN, feel free. But what a grab. What a great athletic play. Great ball by Hoffman. Just perfect timing there on that pitch and catch. And can't say enough about TJ Flight with that one-handed grab.
Snap down. The boot is good there by number 27. That's Ben Rada.
With 9:50 remaining the first.
So again,
7-0.
On the stat line, everybody will see the touchdown pass, the touchdown reception. But again, when you're looking at the overall picture of the game here, Bruce, really you got to look at what that Wilson defense did in creating the turnover, and then for the offense to be able to capitalize on that miscue by Penn Manor. So again, that's huge. Your defense has a big stop on the first series of the game. You'll get the ball first in the second half. I think it's exactly what Coach Doms would want here coming into this game. A great start for the Wilson Bulldogs.
Yeah, let's see what kind of mettle these Comets have. Let's see if this early turnover deflates them or motivates them. So back deep, that's number 9, Eric Hinkle. Seven to nothing. 9:50 to go here in the opening quarter. Thanks for joining us here for Lancaster Lebanon League football here on SSP Network.
Now, and Eric Hinkle, one of the seniors on this team, one of the captains, and we've called his name a lot over our broadcast down here so far this season.
That's Kreider, and he got pulled down. Nice tackle there by number 88, Austin Velukovic.
Yep, and no flag, so I'm guessing it was must have been by the back of the belt, not the horse collar there. Regardless, here we go for Penn Manor and the Comet offense getting their second opportunity so far in this game. Going to start out 1st and 10 from about the 15-yard line.
I know that's not how Coach Brubaker wanted it to happen, but hey, the ebbs and flows of a game are pretty crazy. So Eli Werfel. Oh, right in on top of him, number 22, Nick Waitzel. Wow. Wilson off to a great start, Cary.
No, just little, miscommunication there and execution from Penn Manor, and big fake of the pitch out there, and just screaming up through that A gap and getting a big, huge tackle for loss. But again, talking about this Penn Manor team, if you look back the last couple of years at their records, 2-6, 3-7, 1-9, 3-7, going back to 2017, coming in tonight at 4-1.
Werfel handed it off and nothing doing. Wow.
Now, Wilson defense is just doing a great job getting penetration, being very aggressive, and no offense wants to start out, that deep and then go backwards, and bringing up situations where, of course, you want to get the ball away from your own end zone. You certainly don't want to be punting with your punter backed up to the end goal line. But brings up 3rd and 17. Not a lot in the playbook for that when you're in the middle of the field, but of course you got to be cautious here down this deep. But does look like they have 2 guys up top and down below, spread out here, 1 back in the backfield.
Werfel now. Oh, he's my gosh, barely got that off. Great defensive play in there.
None.
That was number 2, Gavin Leinert.
No doubt, with this storied program and the success Wilson has had, very well coached. We're right up here next to their coach's box, and they were calling out that screen. They started out, 2 receivers both sides, motioned up to the right, and came back, to the screen this way. Obviously, they had the defense prepared for that.
Oh, just got it off, but not a good kick. Oh my, only out to the 20-yard line.
So they started that drive on their own 15, and at the end of the day here, after punting in that series, maybe +4 to up to about the 19. But again, great field position here, and Wilson's had the opportunity to start deep on the Penn Manor side both of these first drives, and see if this Penn Manor defense can come up big, and they have earlier in the season when we got to see them. But this is a big opportunity to not let things start getting out of hand.
Brad Hoffman under center. That's Jones, and he's met.
Well, and again,
Nice tackle
I think with what we've seen with Penn Manor so far this year, they're certainly not just going to roll over and just let Wilson do what they want to do. And we've seen that time and time again with this Penn Manor defense. And again, when you look at their schedule so far this year, they've been in a lot of knock them down, drag them outs in their 4 wins, and some real close games. So again, I think we're in for a good one here tonight with 6:52 left in the first quarter.
I think an important defensive stand for Penn Manor here. So Hoffman looking. I don't know who has the ball, whether it's Hoffman or Jones, but they only got 3 yards.
Yeah, no, he rode him there for a while before giving it out, and still not back to the original line of scrimmage, Joe. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13.
Down to about 6 minutes and 20 seconds here in the opening quarter at beautiful Millersville University on an incredible night, Cary.
Fans, make some noise for your defense.
Always beautiful sunsets here at Millersville.
Hoffman looking himself to take it. Gain of about 5. Usually if you run it on 3rd, you're going for it on 4th, Cary. I'll be interested to see what Coach Toms does here.
Doesn't look like any personnel changes, just Hoffman going over, getting a couple quick words. And it does certainly look like they'll be going for it here. So they could get a first down without scoring a touchdown. It's 4th and 5 from the 14. got trips up top, ball's down here on the right hash.
Hoffman looking to the end zone, and he's sacked! Beautiful play, Charlie Gonzalez.
Now they had those 3 receivers up top, and they were trying to get them, to cause some confusion there in the defensive secondary. But in the time that it took to develop Penn Manor's defense, like we saw with Wilson's defense earlier, very aggressive and a lot of penetration there, and huge defensive stand for Penn Manor. And now it's their time to kind of settle in on the offense, let Warfel do his thing, and see if they can take him down the field.
All right, so Penn Manor, as I said, that was a huge defensive series, and Penn Manor rose to the occasion. So Eli Werfel now, I think Werfel still has the ball there, and he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage is all. So going to be 2nd and 10. Wilson defense hasn't given, I think the Penn Manor offense is negative yardage so far.
No, we've been talking a little bit about Warfel coming in, and 26 of 62 coming in, 342 yards. He's got 4 TDs and only 1 interception, but equally as impressive is his ability to also take over a game on his feet. He's got 349 rushing yards so far in the season as well.
Oh my gosh. I thought, he faked everybody out because everybody thought that Sean Stanley had the ball, but he took it right up the middle. And it didn't matter anyway. The Wilson defense was right there to stop it for no gain. So 3rd and 10. I'm trying to think of a positive yard play for Penn Manor thus far. So 3rd and 11. Werfel in the shotgun. Under duress. Oh, nice catch, but short of the first down is McCabe Kreider.
Number 18, McCabe Kreider.
So that's going to bring up 4th down.
Tackle number 3, Cannon Brubaker.
What, do you go for it, Cary? You go for it here?
It's a little early for that, Bruce.
Okay.
Can certainly come up to the line, see if you can draw them off.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here in the shotgun formation.
And they did it.
Oh, my.
Again, not like there's not ever been anybody in the history of football that hasn't gone for it on their own 36 or 37, but a little early in the game. That's pretty much a known. You're going to try and get the defense to jump off, and Penn Manor executed it. And again, high school guys, we see at the college level, pros, you're all amped up and ready to go, and you know what your brain's saying as far as don't jump off sides, but sometimes the body just and all the juices flowing kind of take you there, and it did that time. Big break for Penn Manor.
Yeah, Coach Downs was beside himself on some of these Wilson mistakes. And Werfel, wow, there's a mistake because he missed a wide open receiver down the field. I think that was for Clark Wagstaff.
Now, big old telegraph there on the fake end of the pitch with that play action. And, good job of getting that guy downfield. Had the defensive secondary beat, just kind of overthrew him.
I'm asking my buddy John Walk over there, does Penn Manor have any, are they positive on offensive yardage yet? Thanks.
Single back, 2 receivers up
Thanks
top, 2 down
John
below.
Walk.
Very much what we're accustomed to seeing with the motion and going for the dive up the middle, but again, great job of penetration there by that Wilson defense, and registering another tackle for loss for that Wilson defense.
Yeah, either way, Cary. Penn Manor's had a difficult time moving the ball against that Wilson defense. They got really their only first down via the penalty. And now they've got a 3rd and 13 facing them, ball on their own 39-yard line with 2:05 to go here in the opening quarter. Wilson up 7-0. Pretty fast-moving quarter too, Cary.
No, we've seen, Penn Manor and, big offensive line trying to establish the run game. We saw it, where they really dominated in some second halves, but I wouldn't be afraid to take a shot.
That's a nice screen of Spencer Stewart. Best play of the night for a first down to about the 41-yard line of Wilson.
So, again, that Coach Brubaker there, just a great job of the play calling. You've got Wilson being super aggressive, getting all kinds of penetration, and just play into that and hit him with that screen. What I was saying, the play before, too, it's like, when you be a defensive secondary like that, can start getting in their head, I wouldn't wait to take a shot, to when I had to do it on a 3rd and long. Try and get that worked in and take shots as you go through the game. But again, that was just a great job of execution by Penn Manor there, playing to that aggressiveness of the Wilson defense and just burning them with the screen.
Dive play to number 23 there, Jonathan Osman, not a lot.
And it goes number 23, Jonathan Osmond.
Down under a minute to go in the opening quarter. Wilson up 7-0 here. Thanks for joining us, SSP Network.
Yeah. Very few pass attempts, both sides here. Ball, staying on the ground. Very few flags, and first quarter has been moving here. Down to 35 seconds left. 2nd and 8 from the 39. Penn Manor going in.
Crossbuck action doesn't fool a soul.
No, Penn Manor's had some struggles there trying to run between the tackles. Regardless of their their fakes, their motions. Kind of trying to counter back. It's been a tough go inside of the tackles. Brings up a 3rd and 8. Clock's winding down. I think we're done for the first quarter, and we're going to flip sides and come back with the second.
Your score: Wilson 7, Penn Manor 0. Hey, Comet fans, once again, we'd like to recognize and welcome the junior Comets that are here with us tonight. At this time, we'd like to announce 2 of the cheerleading squads, starting first with the D squad.
And we're ready for the second quarter.
A big round of applause.
What are you putting the jacket on, Cary?
Coached by Alyssa Storm.
Yeah, a little chilly up here up top in the cement.
Jessica Santos and Caitlin Mimnall. Also, let's
If I was playing, Bruce, it'd be no sleeves, but a little older and wiser.
Wendy Hutchinson, Chrissy Walter, Devin Mulgrew.
Sir, you have to be careful. Our audio's right there where you're walking. All right, there's a reason we have that thing there. Yeah, al fresco, Cary. Yeah, I just didn't want us to lose our sound. So second quarter action getting ready to start here at lovely evening here in Millersville as Cary dons the sweatshirt. I'm still, waiting to don mine here. But then again, I had a kind of a long sleeve T-shirt on there too. So
yeah, you got your 16 layers on already, Bruce.
50 tickets. They're making their way through the stands. So if you want a chance,
So thanks for joining us, gang.
This evening, get your tickets.
Penn Manor on the move for the first time tonight. Inside Wilson territory at the 39-yard line.
And again, if you're just joining us, Wilson taking advantage of Penn Manor miscue, start of the game, getting those 7 points. Looked like they had the potential to get another one on, but Penn Manor came up huge.
Oh, Wolfel somehow gets out of there, but only back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopped and play by number 22, Nick Weitzel.
So Nick Weitzel with another nice tackle there. So
Again, Warfel has a great presence, a great, just calm about him out there at the quarterback position, does not panic, and has a whole ton of athletic ability. And again, kept a bad situation from being potentially worse, but it does bring up 4th and 9.
So Werfel looks like he's been drafted in as punter tonight for And he's got a good one there. Pooches it inside there, and that's Cam Jones who picks it up on the bounce, and he's moving. Down the sidelines he goes. Oh, Waffle with a nice tackle there at midfield. But, boy, Cam Jones there, he broke contain, and he was off to the races, Cary.
No, he did a great job there. I mean, instead of, and again, a little short with the punt, a little bit of a bounce, but, got it and brought it back. And, it's a difference of, about 40 yards or so that he gained on that return. So that was a great job by Jones.
It just shows you the value of feeling those punts. We talk about that ad nauseum, but that's a time where it was an enormous advantage for Wilson and Cam Jones there. Great play. And here's Brad Hoffman running the ball and running over people. I think he was tackled by his own man there, but he gets down to about the 37-yard line.
No, we kind of talked about the versatility of Warfel earlier, but, great job, on the other side here, too, by Wilson. And, that's great when you can start out the drive, pick up a first down on the first play, get a fresh set of downs, Bruce, and 1st and 10 from the 37 going in, 10:40 left here in the second quarter.
All right, Wilson. And Brad Hoffman now in the shotgun. Jaden Jones to his left. Hoffman looking to pass. Deep down the middle. Gosh, it looks like he gave up on the ball there a little bit. TJ Flight, I thought looked like he felt he was interfered with and just kind of gave up on it a little bit, Cary.
Yeah, he was kind of asking for a little bit of the push in the back there, kind of, if it did happen, got him off his path and a little bit too much bend for where Hoffman was throwing it. Regardless, taking a shot like that on first down, that's fine. 2nd and 10 now, it's still going in. The ball on the 37, Wilson's in the driver's seat.
Hoffman down the shotgun. That's Jaden Jones to his left. Spread formation here for the Bulldogs.
Ball's on the left hash, wide side up top.
Flag on the play.
Talking to both coaches before the game, both of them were, very concerned over, mistakes and trying to keep, turnovers and penalties to a minimum. And, we've seen how that's really affected the game so far.
We've seen a couple offside miscues here and again, especially when you get to this point of the season, getting into the heart of your Lancaster Lebanon Section 1 schedule and being in Game 6. Those are the types of things you don't want to see.
And Jaden Jones gets away from the tackle in the backfield, slips another tackle, and he somehow gets very close to a first down. Wow.
And again, ran probably about 40 yards to kind of pick up 2 or 3, but again, regardless, avoiding that big tackle for loss and going backwards and being able to pick up something positive. Great job.
Yeah, that was a tremendous effort there by Jaden Jones, a senior, standout back after being off last week. So
I think that's part of looking at the Wilson story this year too. From injuries, guys missing for various types of reasons. It's like can they get everybody back on the field at the same time and start to click?
And Jones up the middle.
Jones and a carry.
Give credit to this Penn Manor defense. I mean, it's been some nice offensive plays and effort by Wilson. I mean, this Penn Manor defense has played tough so far.
Yeah, I think that's a good word for it too. In the 2 times we've seen them previously this year, tough is a good word to describe this Penn Manor team, especially the defense.
So 2nd and 5 here from the 22. And Hoffman now spins his way through the line, and it looks like he's got the first down to about the 15-yard line. So 1st and 10 now for Wilson on another nice drive with about 8:55 to go until halftime.
No, nice job there, of course, with play design. They had the ball on the left hash, wide side up top there to the right, and with that they had 3 receivers up top, kind of spread things out and kind of cleared things out, provide a little bit of opportunity for Hoffman to get those positive yards. Did a good job, picked up the first down.
Hoffman in the shotgun. And he keeps it. Oh, how did he get out of that? Incredible. Brad Hoffman down to about the 3-yard line. I mean, ran through 3 tackles and to daylight down to the 3, Cary.
No, it's been a fun one to watch with both of these quarterbacks. 2 quarterbacks that we've seen that can air the ball out, but also can really help out their offense with their feet as well.
So 1st and goal for Wilson now. Hoffman, that's Jones, and that's a touchdown for Wilson.
Into the end zone for the Bulldogs, number 4, Jaden Jones.
So Jaden Jones punches it across, and now Wilson up 13-0, Cary. Not really what Penn Manor was hoping for, that's for sure.
No, and Jones has been off to a good start. He came into this game, like I said, at averaging 5.3 yards a carry. Had three TDs coming in, but he's done a good job so far here tonight for this Wilson Bulldog offense.
So Ben Rada, ready for the all-important extra point. Oh, and it all important. You just never know, Cary. You just never know. Every point is important in every game.
No, it certainly is, and I think one thing that we certainly know, it's not an automatic, or it's not a give me 7 every time you get into the end zone.
Fans, once again, direct your attention down to the track as we welcome 2 more of our cheerleading squads.
So al fresco, I think this is reminiscent of Governor Mifflin, Cary. I think we're getting a lot of foot traffic in our broadcast position tonight, thanks to the Wilson coaching staff, right?
Yeah, but you know what? That's okay, because there's a lot of folks out here being able to be outdoors and enjoy PA high school football, and considering everything that all these players and schools and communities and fans have been through in the last year and a half, and of course we're still seeing some effects of the pandemic with games. You mentioned Governor Mifflin, of course, just a powerhouse 5A #1 team. We've seen them multiple times this year, just crushing people, and homecoming this week, but their opponent has some pandemic navigation issues, and so they're not playing. So it's still a weekly thing that these teams are trying to navigate. But anytime we can be out here and bring you these games, it's it's awesome. And of course, week 1 being down here in that monsoon, we played, and just about everybody else postponed till Saturday.
So that's Clark Wagstaff. A nice return out to about the 25. So I think a very important drive right now for Penn Manor, Cary. What do you think?
No, definitely. And again, just a great night out here. And again, at Millersville University, of course, Penn Manor, plays their home games here, and it's a great stadium. One of the great PSAC stadiums that we have here in Pennsylvania. Great playing surface, and great night for football, and great opportunity for Penn Manor to kind of answer back here. Again, this game very much still a ball game. 13-0, Wilson Bulldogs up with 7:52 in the second quarter, but great opportunity here for Penn Manor to get some points on the board.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line. Werfel hands the ball off, and nothing doing. I believe that was number 23, Jonathan Osman.
Yeah, unofficial stat. I don't think they've got anything positive, between the tackles, and really when you go and chart this up afterwards, probably a lot more, negative yards in between the tackles than anywhere else so far.
So 2nd and 10 now. Yeah, it's great to see a lot of good friends here. Our buddy Andy Brackets, John Walk. I mentioned Coach Joe Mays will be up at halftime. A lot of good friends hanging around the broadcast tonight.
Okay, ball close to left hash. 3 receivers down below here for Penn Manor.
Werfel. And a nice play to the outside. I believe that's Kreider. Nope. That was Javian Vosser.
No, nice job by Vosser there again. If you can get a block on that first guy, great. If not, as a receiver, make that first guy miss. And great job there. Bringing all the attention down below here with the three receivers going back up top, and a little pitch and catch. Get a playmaker in space and get the first down.
Werfel throwing it to the outside. Oh, another one-handed. Boy, one-handed catches. That was number 3, Deshaun Stanley. One-handed catches are the rule of the night, Cary.
No, great job by Stanley, and great job. Again, they had 3 guys down below here the previous play when they got the guy out in space. 3 receivers down here, hit him on the out, and positive yard, 6-yard game. Maybe go to the air here a little bit. So kind of same look, just went different directions with it.
Werfel. He's under duress. Oh, he just got blasted. I mean, he just got blasted.
Great job by defensive secondary there. They went with 2 receivers up top, 2 receivers here down below, and Werfel just didn't have anywhere to go with it.
Looked like that was number 9 for Wilson, TJ Flight, who just buried Werfel into the ground.
Here's the 3rd down and 12.
So 3rd and 12. Gotta say I like what Penn Manor was doing there, though, coming out trying to air it out a little bit.
Just a big play here to try and keep something alive for Penn Manor. Werfel. He's under pressure again. He's running for his life and throws. Oh, nice defensive play there. I believe that was number 36 with a nice defensive play there for Wilson, Eric Jackson.
Well, it appears that the referees don't think so, Bruce.
Oh, no, looks like I did not see that flag. Looks like it wasn't so good by Eric. So that's going to give Penn Manor a first down.
Pass interference. Wilson.
Boy, just what the doctor ordered. So a fresh set of downs, Cary.
Yeah, so again, I like what Penn Manor is doing here. Go to the air. Again, we saw them beat, they didn't connect, but, have a receiver that beat this defensive backfield deep early on. Just keep the pressure on. Keep going up top.
Werfel. That's Kreider in motion. And up the middle there, I believe that was Osman. No, Stewart. Excuse me. Spencer Stewart, number 26.
Okay. Albeit not a first down run or anything, but if you take a look here, Bruce, I think it's the first time we got positive yards running between the tackles. But again, you go with about 4 pass plays in a row there.
Yeah, give credit to Penn Manor for basically tearing up the game plan and airing it out. So down to 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go here until halftime. Penn Manor trying to get something on the board.
Check out the quarterback situation here, Bruce.
Wow.
Little Wildcat action.
They put Kreider in there on the Wildcat. And a good timeout there by Wilson. I mean, obviously a look that they hadn't seen. We hadn't seen that either. So we want to thank our sponsors very much. Thanks to GetRecruitedConsulting.com. Andrew Cohen, really appreciate his support of all of our SSP programming. Thank you very much. And also Brute Athletic Apparel. They sponsor our Player of the Week on our WPAL Blitz show, on Fresh Set of Downs, and also on Pre-Snap Look. Thanks to Brute Athletic Apparel. So we're ready to go here. .425 to go until halftime, Cary. And this new look Penn Manor air attack. And they are coming out of the Wildcat there with McCabe Kreider running the show. So let's see what happens here. And Kreider, and he's dropped for a loss.
No, it's a little,
nice penetration by Wilson.
Little fake of the jet sweep action there, pulled it, was going to try and come back around the right side, but the Wilson Bulldog D said no way.
John Ramsey, nice play there. So now 3rd down and about, looks like 13. Kreider's still in there.
TJ Wider.
Listening to the coaching staff of Wilson trying to adjust to this is pretty crazy. So running in there late is Spencer Stewart. He's lined up to the left. Kreider, and a nice little screen, and oh my gosh, right there, number 9, TJ Flight again for Wilson.
Screen pass complete to number 26, Spencer Stewart.
So nothing doing there for the Comets. Fourth down at 13, 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go. This is a big kick. And down the sidelines. Ball goes out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
Rutgers out of bounds. There's a flag on the play.
So Wilson with the penalty now.
Holding call. 2:55 left here in the second quarter. Bulldogs still up, 13-0 over Penn Manor.
It just so happens our broadcast position is right behind the band. We can't help that. So, but I tell you what, we've dealt with worse, haven't we, Cary?
Oh yeah, and you know what? We always go to trying to bring it like you're right here with us, and just adds to the atmosphere, Bruce.
And that's what we try to do from day one. You know what I mean?
That is a fact.
And a nice pass by Hoffman. Close to a first down. I believe he hit Flight there.
9, TJ Flight. One down by number 9, Eric Hinkle.
So down to about 2:35 to go here until half.
And certainly plenty of time here to put together this drive.
So Hoffman.
Another opportunity for Wilson to put some more points on the board here before going into half. Of course, they'll get the ball to start the second half.
And that's Jones. And he's got it in open space, heading to the end zone. Is anybody going to catch him? There, they pull him down at about the 6. But a great run there by Jaden Jones.
That was a great job by Hinkle saving the touchdown there.
So Wilson now in business with 2:03 to go here until halftime. First and goal from the 6-yard line of the 7. Jones still in the game to the left of Hoffman. He's going around the end, and he dives. He's a little bit short.
Yeah, it looks like his knee was down about the 1 or 2.
Heavy backfield here with Jones behind everyone. And he's in for the touchdown. Jaden Jones.
Into the end zone for the Bulldogs, number 4, Jaden Jones.
Nice job by Jones there, banging that in. He's had last 2 here on the ground down in this end zone by the scoreboard, and it's going to put Wilson up by 3 scores here, 19-0 over Penn Manor. Of course, point after attempt coming up.
See, I guess I understand why you're trying to make it up, but when you're ahead, why are you chasing points? I mean, I can't understand that. So Hoffman now calling signals. Well, now I can understand why you would go for 2 since we got a penalty. So half the distance to the goal.
Wilson.
Well, actually, that's going the other way, Bruce.
Oh, my. All right. Well, now I got to believe you're going to kick it. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't understand, but I mean, I'd be kicking it here. So Hoffman now. Sorry about that. I don't know. We had some kind of an attack from some arachnid of some kind. Sorry about the little delay there, but so that attempt ends up no good, and it's 19-0 now with 1:09 to go until half. What did you see, Brett? No. A huge what? Was it a bald eagle? Was it a vulture?
Carolyn Hinkle and Megan Burkholder, assist by Lily Sugar.
I thought I was under attack. He all of a sudden he's just like, well, I thought he was going to tackle me.
So did we identify the perpetrator?
Well, I don't know.
Was it a killer moth?
A killer moth.
A
yeah,
killer
right.
wasp?
Look,
A
this is
locust? A cicada?
No, wait.
An eagle?
Did he?
An owl?
Did he not play football? Is he not like doing MMA and he's afraid of a moth?
He's just working on his hand speed.
Oh my God! All right.
I'll tell you what, you two, you even have the fans in front of us laughing at you. So.
Well, at least they're not trying to punch my lights out like that one time.
One time, Bruce.
All right, 19-0. Wilson now getting ready to kick off. Minute 9 until half.
I thought that was part of the motivation for bringing the MMA guy on as our
Yeah,
camera guy to get you out of stadium safely.
Right. Oh, and it just kind of dies there near the goal line. That's Kreider. And he's got some room, and he's still going. All the way out to the 34-yard line.
Returning the kickoff, number 18, McCabe Kreider.
Great job by Kreider getting upfield, getting positive yards. Hey, you got a minute left. We know that Werfel can air it out. Of course, we know Hoffman can on the other side, and down by 19. Here, with a minute 1 left in the half, so you got to take your shots.
Totally agree here. You got to let it all hang out here to try and get some points before half. So 19-0 in favor of Wilson. We got a minute 1 to go. The Comets now trying to get something going. Werfel going deep down the sidelines. Oh! In and out of the hands there, Clark Wagstaff. He sold out for that one, and he didn't come down with it, Cary. Would have been a heck of a grab, and we've had a lot of nice catches, one-handers and everything else tonight.
Great job taking a shot by Penn Manor. Very fortunate situation for Wilson on that, only having 10 defensive players on the field, missing a linebacker.
So 54 seconds remaining until half. Werfel. Back to pass, out to the outside, incomplete.
Pass goes incomplete.
Overshot Deshaun Stanley there.
Once again, fans, the owner of a dark blue Chevy Cobalt license plate LLK.
50 seconds, but 3rd and 10 now. Ball's on the 30-yard line, 33-yard line.
Get into the fan trailer. Thank you.
So
Hope to get our buddy Joe Mays up for halftime analysis.
2 plays took 11 seconds off the clock. 50 seconds left here. 3rd and 10. Ball still in their 33.
Werfel. He's under pressure. He got hammered, and he's got, well, that's number 26 there, Spencer Stewart. They didn't get the first down.
Spencer Stewart.
Wilson still with all of their timeouts remaining, Cary.
Fourth down.
Now, when Penn Manor motioned that guy, had the guy come up, creep up off the edge, and he came screaming.
Yeah, the one thing, I mean, Eli Werfel has not had a lot of time tonight at all. I mean, the Wilson defense has played well against the Penn Manor ground game, and Werfel has been just harassed all night long. And now Penn Manor punting situation with 37 seconds to go. Wilson with a dangerous return man. Cam Jones will probably be returning this kick.
Yeah, kind of tough situation to be in here, with 4th down, 37 seconds left. If the ball was flipped and, right around the other 35, maybe you can consider going for it, but the ball on this side of the 50, you got to punt.
And a good kick there. Squibber Jones, wow, he fields it, and he's got some room. Look out! Oh my! Jukes up the sidelines he goes. One man to beat, and he's done it. Oh my!
Now, if it wouldn't have been Werfel playing safety as the punter on the last one, we could have seen 2 of those. But great job there. Again, 2 great returns these last 2 times, and that one broke it and took it to the house. And exactly what you're trying to avoid with having those 30 plus ticks left on the clock. Exactly what Penn Manor did not want to have happen.
Well, look, on 2 consecutive punts, he's fielded punts that have hit the ground and have made enormous positive plays on. We talk about that all the time, that these guys have to go up and get the ball on the punts when it hits the ground. And Cam Jones is basically the perfect example of why you want to do that. He's had a great return before this, and now he brings it back all the way for a touchdown. Incredible. So 17 seconds to go. Wilson up 26-0 on Penn Manor. Boy, oh boy. So just that quick. A couple of big plays, that big run by Jaden Jones. And now the punt return touchdown by Cam Jones. And Wilson in control of this game now as we head into halftime.
17 seconds left.
I think I'm going to have to put another barrier down there. We've got people walking over our audio here.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty incredible.
Just a couple of young fellas that are trying to enhance their social life there and trying to make connections, Bruce. But yeah, maybe you need a fly swatter for these flying vultures that are around, and it's people trying to knock out your audio.
A little squibber. 16 seconds left. Man, this has been a long last minute.
No return on that. Going to call him down. 16 seconds left. Down 26. End of the second quarter, right before half. I say you take some shots here.
So we're going to have a little advertisement from our buddy Andrew Cohen about Get Recruited Consulting. Talk about his camp that he's having December 7th in Scranton. Kind of get a run on things. That'll be coming up here in a few moments. So that looks like that's going to end it.
Stop at number 22, Nick Weitzel.
Doesn't look like they'll get a playoff here, so.
And that's the end of the first half.
So some positive yards for the Comets between the tackles on that one, but that's going to bring us to the half. So end of 2 here in Millersville. Wilson West Lawn Bulldogs 26, Penn Manor Comets 0.
All right, going to have a nice announcement here from our buddy Andrew Cohen, and we will be back in a few minutes. Stay tuned for the second half.
Yeah, it makes sense as young Anthony.
Well, sorry about that. Somehow we didn't get our commercial there to run, but thanks to Andrew Cohen for sponsoring our program here, and we'll be back with our buddy Joe Mays here in a few minutes. Stay tuned. ready? So that's your mic.
How close do I have to get?
We can just stand right back here. So, you ready?
Which camera are you using? That one?
Yeah, that
okay.
All right, Bruce Badgley and my favorite Bulldog commentator here, Joe Mays at halftime. Wilson, wow, really in command, 26-0, my friend. I mean, I think are people over there like exhaling finally?
Oh yeah, everyone's feeling pretty good after that first half performance. There's a little bit of a hiccup there in the second series, both offensive and defensively, but they got it together and regrouped. A couple big plays, big run by Jaden Jones to set up his second touchdown, and then obviously we know what his little brother can do, Cam Jones, that punt return. He's electric every time he touches the football, isn't he?
And that's one thing that I said even before the play. I said, I mean, here's a punt with like a playmaker back there. But the one thing about that Cam has done tonight that I talk about all the time on these punt returns is that a lot of these punt returners, when the ball hits the ground, they just let it go.
Right.
Look at what he's been able to do.
Yep.
By fielding those punts, and I mean, see, he had a huge return on one, and the other one he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, he has the utmost confidence in himself. He thinks that as soon as he can get his hands on the ball, he can make it work, even if there's a defender bearing down on him, and that's what you saw in that last one. I actually said on the sideline to the coaches, I was surprised the Penn Manor player didn't attack him, because once he touched the ball, he was live. He could have gotten hit immediately, and the kid hesitated, and he definitely made the Comets pay. But I mean, like you said, that was a pretty good first half for Wilson. Everyone that's here is pretty happy about it. And I know I've been getting texts from the people who couldn't be with me here tonight in Millersville, and they're all pretty happy about the events of the first half. So come out strong, do it again in the second half, stay healthy, and then move on to next week.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, they set the tone early on defense. I mean, they, Penn Manor's game is running the football. That's just been non-existent. The first half, it's just been crazy.
The two players stood out to me in particular on defense, and they were both linemen, and when your linemen are making names for themselves, that's usually a good thing. And they're Nick Weitzel, the defensive end, number 22, and Dominic Memo, number 67, defensive tackle. He's a senior. They both have been just a pain in the sides of the Comets in the backfield all of the first half, making plays. Penn Manor's got a really good screen game going. We snuffed it out a few times, but got hit hard with it twice as well. I'd expect to see that more in the second half. But like you said, Penn Manor needs to run the ball, and they haven't been able to do that with much success tonight. And obviously, that's the way Wilson wants it to go.
Yeah, I mean, 25 total yards. I mean, it's, that's just not, what they needed to do. And I thought that, turning the ball over, unfortunately, on that first possession, really kind of set the tone for the game. Wilson gets it, takes it right in.
And that's the way the games haven't been going for Wilson the first 5 weeks. They haven't been able to come out strong. They would get behind the 8 ball, or they would eventually find themselves in a dire situation. They got out early and led all the way against Martin Luther King. They got out early against Exeter, but they couldn't maintain momentum there. But the issues popped up at Mifflin, and last week against Manheim Central, most of the time self-inflicted, especially last week. Manheim Central, that game got away from them in a big way, and they know it, and they were told that, and they understood that. You can't make those mental mistakes against good teams. You just can't do it, and they've cleaned it up this week. I think so far just maybe one issue here with the penalty. I don't remember exactly, but they look pretty good, and I know everyone's happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, 2-3, and so far down the power ranking standings. I mean, that was really, very difficult to look at. But it also showed that there's, a long way to go in this season. The conference schedule. I know talking with Coach Downs, before the game, I told him, I said, hey, look, it's a brand new year. I mean, the conference schedule here will cure a lot of ills. You're playing against, a lot of 6A opponents, obviously. and ones that, quite honestly, they're going to have some better opportunities, I think, for victories.
Well, I mentioned it on Bulldog Hour last Sunday night and talked with my partner Justin just about how not only is the Lancaster Lebanon League Section 1, but all of District 3 6A seems to be wide open. Just because you're sitting here at 2-3 doesn't mean you're out of it, and the team knows, and they obviously want to go 5-0 these last 5 weeks. They're off to a good start tonight, but you win your section, you should make the tournament at 7-3. You might be low seed, probably around 7.
You might not have a home game, but you're sure going to make the party.
But you're going to make it, and that's what you want to do, because I really think anything can happen this year. I absolutely think whether or not Wilson's in the playoffs or in those lower seeds, whatever, I really expect to see one of the 6, 7, or 8 seeds upset one of those top seeds. I just think this is prime territory this year for a road team to get a win in that first round in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, and as you said that too, even Daryl and I have said on Fresh Set It Downs that it's been, it's wide open. The teams that you think or have a history at it are, kind of looking up at other teams this year in 6A. So, I think obviously the conference schedule is going to be, very interesting.
Yep.
And I think it's favorable for you guys. So, we'll see how it goes.
I think there's a possibility to get a little bit of momentum heading into the final couple of weeks. We got to go to Landisville in week 9, and then get to welcome Manor Township to Gursky.
And that's what I meant about being favorable, is you've got them at home.
Yeah, but we want to take care of business tonight against Penn Manor. Got to win that second half, and then on to McCaskey next week. So we'll see what can happen there. But it's a good start tonight. I'm in a much better mood talking to you now than I was about a month ago. So.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. But, this has been a tough last month for the Bulldogs. But, like I said, there's a lot of football left. And look, you guys are going to be, kicking some butt in November too. I don't think you have to worry about that. The way that team looked out there that first half, totally different team than I saw against Governor Mifflin, that's for sure. So,
a couple weeks past the Mifflin game, and now hopefully this is the turning point here where we start to see the players really get into a rhythm and find out and form an identity of what they want to be. So they've got 4.5 games to go, and hopefully they can put it together.
All right. Well, he's Mr. Wilson Bulldog, the Bulldog Hour. Joe Mays, my man, always a pleasure. All right.
Thank you.
Too bad I don't get to do more Wilson games, but it is what it is. All right.
I'm glad you got 2 of us. So.
Yeah, I know. 2 games this year. I don't think I'd ever done a Wilson game before this year. No, I think I did. I think we did a Manheim Central game a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think so.
And but anyway, it's still a lot of fun. Thanks for stopping by, my friend.
Yes,
all right.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you later, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay. Thank you. All right. Ooh.
Everything I could do to get him to photobomb you guys, he just didn't do it. All right. Joe's response, well, I know his parents. I said, Joe, you know everybody. Yes. It's unprotected. Yeah, it's unprotected. Yeah. That's what we're using to break. Yeah, that's rare, right?
What's that?
Get the unprotected things.
Yeah, no, well, you know, I mean, these
But that's here at the university. So
yeah,
they
the
got that
expectation
protected.
is going to be good. So.
All three of those places that you came to last point. Citadel's great. BMI's great.
All right, welcome back to Millersville University. It's halftime here with Wilson holding a 26-0 lead over Penn Manor. We're scrambling to get back to our broadcast positions. I don't know, which is a more high-traffic area, where we're here in Millersville, Cary, or at Governor Mifflin, where we're actually the lost and found.
Yeah, no, we've had some good setups down here at Millersville, over at the table to our right, but of course Wilson's coaching staff, being 40 deep in the box, we've kind of moved over to the left. But no, but that's it. We're always out here. We're with the fans and bringing it to you, just like you were here.
So Wilson dominating the first half stats. Total yards 135-40 for Penn Manor, but as I was talking to Joe a little bit, Joe Mays there, thanks for joining us here at halftime. The amount of yards that they gained just from Cam Jones fielding a couple of punts that hit the ground was huge. I mean, a big turning point in the first half.
You drive a dark blue Chevy Cobalt. Can you please move your vehicle before it needs to be towed? Thank you.
Beautiful night. I don't even have my jacket on yet. I don't know where all this smoke is coming from either. No, I don't think it's coming from the student section. I mean, and it probably isn't even smoke. It's probably fog, because it is getting a little bit cool. I may have to don, the fresh set of downs, cover up here. But
I'll tell you what, though, we've seen a lot of interesting things in the lights. Of course, back at week one, when we're here and seeing the monsoon-like downpour. So, but no, I was glad you got to catch up with Coach Joe Mays there at half. I went down, underneath the home bleachers here, and checking things out, kind of having some flashbacks to when I was in college, and I saw Guns N' Roses outdoors at Hershey Park Stadium. It was like a mosh pit down underneath the home bleachers here.
Hey, did you happen to see my boys are coming back to Hershey Park Stadium, the Giant Center?
Would that be your band Ghost?
Yeah, they're coming back. Ghost, Volbeat. And then there's somebody else, in February. I can't believe how far in advance they put these concert tickets, on sale anymore. But yeah, my buddies Ghost and Volbeat back at the Giant Center, February 8th. So if you want a good show, man, one of those hidden gems, definitely it's a Ghost. And Werfel now with a little squib kick to start the half, picked up there, and actually Wilson's going to have really outstanding field position to start things off up to about midfield. So 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Actually, they went out of bounds at about the 46, so good field position to open the second half for the Wilson Bulldogs, who looked really outstanding the first half, Cary.
No, and again, we kind of talked about it, earlier in the first half too, just trying to get all their players back on the field at the same time, get everybody healthy, back from various different things, and now getting into the heart of the Lancaster Lebanon Section 1 schedule. That's important for Wilson.
Hoffman out to the side.
Great job there. Nice pitch and catch, securing the ball and getting upfield, getting enough yards for the first down. So first play for scrimmage for Wilson this half, and getting a 1st and 10. Again, we talked about that. Of course, they capitalized early on the first drive. Bulldogs defense came up big in this game, got the offensive ball. Offense punched it in, went up 7-0 early. And, we knew they'd get the ball here to start the second half, see if they keep rolling.
Hoffman now, that's Jones, and he keeps fighting, but not for a whole lot, only for about 2.
No, and again, this Penn Manor defense, we've seen them a few times this year, have played, always gutsy, and keep in mind too, they've been on the short field a lot. Talked about that early miscue with the fumble. Of course, some of the points coming other ways, with the punt return for the touchdown. So, again, expect to see this Penn Manor defense keep showing up this whole half.
So 2nd and 8 now for Wilson. Hoffman, he's being pressured, running around back there for his life, and he goes out of bounds. Big loss for about an 8-yard loss on that play.
Yeah, no, Wilson was definitely looking to take a shot there, single back. They had 2 receivers up top to the left, 2 receivers down here to the right, and they had those guys going vertical. When he started to scramble, had the guy down below here starting to come back to him, but they were definitely trying to push upfield, get vertical, and hit a long ball.
Yeah, it was good catching up with a lot of friends here at halftime. Andy Brackets, Andy Herr, my old tag team partner, Jason Guarente from MikeDrago.com now. So, John Walk, Coach Joe Mays. Tell you what, all good guys. Always a pleasure to talk football with every one of those gentlemen, and they are gentlemen.
And you were making some new friends here with the fans down in front of us, talking a little bit about our streaming network that we're on.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, look, the word's getting out. So a nice defensive stand to start the half here for Penn Manor, Cary. I think this is the first Wilson punt of the night.
Yeah, I think I saw a stat during the week. We always joke about Mifflin never punting, but I believe it's Farrell on the WPIAL that hasn't punted yet this season.
Wow. And that's Hinkle, and he just got, he breaks free and down the sideline.
See, there you are.
Hinkle.
Jumping to conclusions there, Bruce. Now, Hinkle has been quite an athlete for these Penn Manor Comets in each of the games that we've been able to see. Very big part of their special teams as well in the return game, and was able to make a little something out of nothing there and get some yards. It's going to bring up a first down for Penn Manor, their first offensive drive of the second half here in the third quarter with 9:43 left, starting out 1st and 10 on their own 25.
And it looks like number 18, McCabe Kreider, is running the show. Not sure what's up with Eric Werfel, but changing it up here. And Kreider kind of weaving his way for a couple. So looks like Werfel's coming back in there. Just a quick change of pace.
So out of that Wildcat, we've seen him run the ball so far. Over here to our right, in the box, the Wilson coaches, every time they see that Wildcat, they've obviously seen on film before because they keep yelling for the slant. We haven't seen it yet.
Clearly, I think Penn Manor's got to go to the back of the playbook here this second half to try and get back in this. So Werfel, he's under pressure, and he threw it right to number 2, Gavin Leonard. And he goes inside the 10-yard line. I mean, he threw it right to him. I don't know if he saw him or not, but
yeah, they had 3 receivers up top there trying to get him downfield. And again, we saw a pretty nice drive out Penn Manor there late in the second quarter where, they're going the other direction, kind of, getting the ball in the air, trying to come back to it here early in the third quarter. But again, kind of checking down from his receivers up top and just ill-advised throw there, setting up, the INT. But great job by the Wilson Bulldog defense, again, getting pressure, making the pick, and putting the offense in a great position to score again.
Yeah, these are the types of things, when I was talking with Coach Doms, and nice! Right across the end zone there. Looks like that was TJ Flight.
Hoffman's touchdown pass complete to number 9, TJ Flight.
So we saw a Flight with the one-hander in the first half. Here on the quick slant coming in, picking up another one. Nice little pitch and catch on that touchdown, and puts 32 points on the board for the Wilson Bulldogs.
Yeah, as I was saying, Coach Doms was talking to me pregame, and he was saying that things weren't just going their way. Well, tonight they've been going their way. Snap down, kick up, and that's good. So 33-0, 8:52 to go here in quarter number 3 from Millersville University. I didn't really expect this kind of game. I felt that it was going to be a very tight, low-scoring game, and that's why you don't bet on high school football.
No, and that's kind of, when you look at, Penn Manor's wins this season so far, 16-12, 21-9, 30-20, and 21-17. That would, kind of play right into what you were saying there, Bruce. Their lone loss, though, was to Lampeter Stroudsburg in week 2, and that was a 31-0 loss. So, of course, a lot of football left to be played here in the second half, but right now we're sitting at the Wilson Bulldogs 33 and the home team Penn Manor Comets 0 with 8:52 left in the third quarter.
So Wilson back deep in the center of the field there for the Comets is Eric Hinkle. And that's going off to the right there. That's Kreider. And a nice return out beyond the 30-yard line. Number 18 is McCabe Kreider. I think it's his uncle, who is Dan Kreider, former Pittsburgh Steeler and Mannheim Central star.
Of course, the running back coach here now at Penn Manor.
Yeah, he was very kind to me. I was here for the Mifflin Penn Manor scrimmage, and Dan was very generous with his time, talking to me about, a lot of things. So Werfel hands it inside.
Yeah, again, it's been a tough go in between the tackles for Penn Manor tonight. Wilson defense doing a nice job, and again, maybe a little early, but maybe it's never too early to start talking about, of course, postseason, things like that. And I know, watching some of that stuff on Twitter, and Coach Joe Mays he had on, he's all ready to do his own tracking of the points and the power rankings here coming up for the end of the season.
Joe's always good about that, the scenarios, isn't he?
He is. He's excellent.
so many great guys that that cover high school football here locally, and that's Kreider there. And something happened on the sideline there.
I don't think it was a total bushwhacking, but maybe a little bit of a push over there on the sidelines. Probably going to draw the foul. But, again, when you're looking at that, of course, league play tonight in Section 1 of Lancaster Lebanon League, these 6A teams going up against each other. But when you look at the losses that Wilson has so far this year, losing to it is what it is, but the number one team in all of Pennsylvania in 5A with Governor Mifflin, another loss to another 5A team with Exeter, and then their loss last week to another 5A team with Mannheim Central. So again, being a 6A team, losing those 3 games to 5A teams, are things that you have to just go out each week and play your schedule, but those make it a little tougher to overcome when you're a bigger school losing to a smaller school.
I tell you what, it was an enormous amount of fun for me to have opportunity to speak to Doug Doms. I even had an occasion to do many Wilson games over the last couple of years because of our streaming and what have you. But it is so much fun talking to Coach Doms before the game. Such a great man, very a good perspective on his team season to date and what they had to do moving forward, and what they're doing tonight is exactly what he said they had to do to be successful.
Well, and that's it. You can't ever go back and change anything that happened 5 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. It's the game you got in front of you, and they're certainly taking care of business so far tonight.
Werfel now, and dropped. Gosh, he had Deshaun Stanley open along the sideline there, so incomplete. So 3rd and 12 now for the Comets. They really need to sustain this drive. They've got to try, first off, just keep their defense off the field.
Again, 3rd and 12, you're expecting that you're going to be and you hear the Wilson defensive coaches up here in the box calling it out for you on the throwback screen. Let's see what Penn Manor does.
Yeah, throwback screen turned into a draw. I guess the Comets heard the Wilson coach from all the way up here. I hope he was yelling into his microphone and with that call. But, it's very interesting having the luxury of listening to these coaches work a game and what they're doing with their players and talking to their coaches on the sidelines and the thought process that they're going through.
Yeah, and again, Wilson's just a storied program, great tradition, great history, and again, all those wins over so many years. But, again, there's guys making a ton of money in the NFL, guys making a ton of money in college, but just listening, talking with some of these coaches, these guys are investing their time in young men here in Pennsylvania and playing high school football. There is just so many smart and talented teachers, coaches, here in Pennsylvania, and we're very fortunate to be able to do these games in a great football state like Pennsylvania.
I got to talk to Matt Humbert, who is the head coach at Bell Vernon this week, and they had a big win over Thomas Jefferson. And he said the best thing that I could have asked him was what I did ask him, and that is ask him to talk about his coaching staff. He said so many times everybody's kind of focusing on the players, and people lose focus on the fact that, these coaches put in so much of their time and effort. And some of these guys, they've been head coaches everywhere. They're giving back their time and everything to this game of high school football here in Pennsylvania. And they're really the unsung heroes of this game, I think.
Yeah, and just the way the game has evolved, even, from when I was playing high school in the late 80s, to when I was, coaching, high school, in the 90s. And, it's really... again, I think it's great if you're an athlete, student athlete that can play 2-3 sports. It's great to do that, but really just, football has evolved into really a year-round sport, for a lot of these coaches and student athletes. And, there's just so much time that goes in the weight room, and so much time they spend together as a team with the 7-on-7s, the 7-on-7s that go on, outside of the team activities. But, it's a thing of, you can't just show up in August and expect you're going to be a contributor on the team if you're not putting in the work ahead of time. And that goes for both the coaching staffs and the players.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a little trickeration there. Wow, that's flight on the end around. Putting something on film. Good to do at this juncture of a game.
That one-handed catch early in the game is definitely going to be on his highlight reel.
So nice gain on first down. Going to be 2nd and 3 here for Wilson. Ball's on the 32-yard line. Got about 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in quarter number 3 from lovely Millersville University. Man, this is just, what a great place to watch a high school football game. Oh, and there he goes. And he won't be caught again. Jaden Jones. Wow.
Into the end zone, number 4, Jaden Jones.
Definitely putting up top season numbers here tonight, and just an incredible job, with his touchdowns on the ground, the runs that he's had, and most importantly from the team perspective, putting Wilson up now 39-0, 5:01 left here in the third quarter. PAT is pending.
Snap, down, kick, good. Ben Rada.
The extra point is good. 5:01 remaining in the third quarter. Your score, Wilson 40.
40-0. Truly didn't expect this tonight, Cary. As I mentioned, I felt it was going to be a low-scoring, tough battle. But, clearly I think that the tone was set when Penn Manor turned it over on their first series. Wilson took immediate advantage of it, and Penn Manor really an inability to run the football, which has been their forte in the games that we've covered this year, and they're really having to dig deep in the playbook for something to work. And boy, give credit to the Wilson defense; they have just been tough all night. So 5:01, quarter number 3, 40-0 Wilson. Thanks for joining us here on SSP Network. Thanks to our friend Andrew Cohen and Get Recruited, getrecruitedconsulting.com. If you want a personal approach to your recruiting, if you want to be able to pick up the phone and call someone about your recruiting, get in touch with Andrew and Get Recruited. So Rada now boots it off. And that's Kreider over there. He's done well on special teams, and he's doing good here. Nice return out beyond the 30-yard line.
Kreider's done a nice job. Hinkle's done a nice job in the return game. And, of course, Jones, a nice job in the return game for Wilson so far tonight.
So clock running now, 4:50 here remaining in quarter number 3. Penn Manor trying to, at this juncture of a game, Cary, as a coach, what are you trying to, what positives are you trying to get across to your team?
Well, again, there's a quarter and almost a half of football left to be played here. And Penn Manor again from, in the second quarter there they did a nice job of kind of having a offensive drive there, passing the ball. So again, it's working on things that you're going to need for in the coming weeks. But again, with both of these teams, neither of these teams is going to, quit before the final whistle. We know that, and again, that's a testament to the programs, the coaching staffs, and the preparation that's been done coming in. But it's just go out, keep playing hard, and try and have success, one play at a time. I kind of say it, with our broadcast each week, the most important play of the game is the next one coming up. You can't do anything about the one before, or last quarter. So it's come out and do your very best and do what you can do with the snap, that's the next one coming up.
Yeah. Sorry about the have a little graphic issue there. Finally got it changed over to the third quarter here on our scoreboard. So 40-0. Looks like we got a little cramp down there. And it's October, Cary, so everybody in their world is wearing everything that can possibly turn pink. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but I didn't realize that the calendar had changed, so I was down on the field and I saw some guys wearing pink gloves. So,
yeah, and the student section here has always shown up in force here at Penn Manor. They've been great each of the games we've had so far this season, and certainly out in full force again tonight and decked out in pink.
Thanks to our friends at Brute Athletic for all of your support of our broadcasts, of all of our talk shows, our Player of the Week presentations. Brute has a specific line for women. Actually, I was talking to Brute this week. They actually have the phrase, "Women are not small men," trademarked. So, clothes design, athletic apparel designed specifically for women. Brute Athletic Apparel, one of our supporters here of SSP Network programming. Thank you very much. All made here in the USA in Sinking Spring, Pennsylvania. All right, ready for action. We've got the whistle blowing and clock moving down to about 3:35 in quarter number 3. It's 3rd down and 11 for Penn Manor. Ball's on their 31-yard line. Werfel down the sideline. Oh, gosh. He did have a man out there and couldn't connect with Ty Grazel.
4th down.
So 4th down now.
Tomato up the play guy. That tomato was up the play guy,
And Werfel's going to be back doing the punting there. Normally they've had Pete Skiatis. And in talking with Coach, he really didn't say whether, he had an issue tonight with Pete, but not a bad kick there by Werfel down to the 40-yard line. So Wilson now takes over with 2:35 remaining in quarter number 3, up 40-0.
No, some positive takeaways from that punt, no doubt. Flipping the field, getting it across the 50, and also getting it out of bounds and limiting any chance of Jones on the return.
So Wilson now, I believe they got a new quarterback in there now. Looks like that's number 12, Evan. I think that's number 12. Nope, number 15 there, that's Nick Procona, a junior. And number 8 on the carry there, Jason Beckford. So Doug Downs giving some of the reserves a chance here.
And again, it's a nice opportunity. We can get some of the young guys get on the varsity field on a Friday night and get some playing experience.
And That's Crocona taking it up the middle for about 2.
Trying on the carry.
So 3rd down and 7 now as we wind it down here in quarter number 3. About 1:10 to go.
Tackle by number 24, Will Stover.
Got any other scores out there, Cary?
Yeah, just started checking here, Bruce. Trying to see what I can get on the timeline here.
So 3rd and 6 now for Wilson. Corcona now. He's back to throw. Quickly out there to the side. I believe that was to number 30 there, Rafael Fernandez.
Pass. Complete to number 30, Rafael Fernandez.
And I saw that number even without the binoculars, Cary. I mean, the eyes still have it.
No, so you're talking about the haze or the fog, but I'll tell you what.
The killer moths. I mean,
Tell you what, here's one for you, Bruce. It looks like the last I can see in the 3rd quarter here, the Spartans of Wyomissing 38 and Southern Columbia 21.
oh my. Oh my. Well,
No,
that was the score. And
much
that's going to end
anticipated-
the 3rd quarter.
Penn Manor 0.
A much anticipated, possibly biggest game in Pennsylvania this week.
Shout out to some of our sponsors, including Community Aid Thrift Store. Community Aid is a proud supporter of Penn Manor Athletics in our community. Shop safe and save at Community Aid's Thrift Store off of Columbia Avenue next to Lowe's. Find a fresh look that won't break the bank, and you'll be helping hundreds of local charities with every purchase. Community Aid is neighbors helping neighbors in your Comets student section.
Looks like Berks Catholic is up over Daniel Boone, 19-0.
An unexpected accident happens, turn to urgent care at Orthopedic Associates in Lancaster. With immediate access to
Well, I think the whole state was looking at the YO Southern Columbia game.
OAL is here for all your orthopedic needs.
You know, and YO has Twin Valley next week, a 4-1 Twin Valley team that just beat Conrad Weiser in double overtime.
Yeah, I think that was a big win for that program last week.
Yeah, I know Daryl and I talked at length about Twin Valley, on Fresh Set of Downs this week, giving hope to, programs, and quite honestly, Penn Manor being one of these programs that, has had its struggles and obviously this year through a lot of, hard work and community bonding has gotten back. And it is not just about players and coaches. It's community backing that brings high school football programs back to prominence. What do you think?
Oh, definitely. Again, it's, when you kind of have everybody that's involved rallying around your program, that positive energy just feeds in.
So 1st and 10 now for Wilson. Ball's at the 35. That's number 8 on the carry, Jason Beckford. And he doesn't get a whole lot there.
Brought down by number 9, Eric Hinkle.
Berks Catholic's now going up 33-0 over Daniel Boone.
Thought that would be a little bit tighter as well. Daniel Boone definitely on the uptick this year, even though they lost their starting quarterback, Carter Spirer, to a foot injury early on. They've rallied around their backup quarterback and have played very good football.
No, that young man stepped in and has done a heck of a job.
So 2nd and 10 now. Corcona. And a good defensive play that by Eli Werfel.
Nice ball, though. Nice pass out there. Just couldn't connect.
It was actually Eric Hinkle with the defensive play. I guess I need to put the binoculars back on, Cary, or start using them again. Can't tell a 2 from a 9. That's not good. Quit laughing over there, Brett. Brett Moyer, a man, the myth, the legend here, joining us on the broadcast here for hopefully the rest of the season. Corcona now back, looking deep down the middle. Gosh, overthrew his intended receiver.
But
Pass goes incomplete.
took a hit there. I think we're going to have that flag's going to go against Penn Manor, so we're going to move that ball forward for Wilson.
Roughing the passer, so that's going to give Wilson a fresh set of downs with the personal foul. 9:44 here remaining in this one. So now we're getting into conference play. Obviously, you know, the intersectional battles, whether they be scheduled or unscheduled that we've had. You know, the first half of the season here, now we really get into these teams that, you know, there's nothing new. It's just mano-a-mano, and in this particular case, boy, Wilson has sure played up to their billing as obviously, you know, a top program here in District 3 tonight. Corcona, and incomplete.
Runner's pass goes incomplete. Second out of 10.
So 2nd and 10. Nine minutes remaining in this one, Cary. Any update on that Southern Columbia score, Wyo?
No, just trying to watch, see if we can get something.
Corcona now calling signals. And he's running for his life back there. He does get it off. Nice effort, but incomplete.
No, great job there, and still getting his shoulders turned and getting that ball upfield.
Third out of 10.
So 3rd and 10, clock running here with a 40-0 margin, and down to 8 minutes to go in this one. Going to be interesting to see what all the writers are going to write here about this one here.
It looks like
John Walk, Andy Herr from our own EasternPAFootball.com, Jason Guarente from MikeGrego.com. And Joe May sure had a smile on his face at halftime, didn't he, Cary?
he sure did. Good catching up with Joe a little bit.
Hunsinger sack for the play, number 24, Will Stover.
Nice job by Stover there for Penn Manor. The sack brings up the 4th down.
So 4th and 15 now.
So just seeing something here. Big kick out block by Williams. A big OT at Wyomissing. Of course, he's blown up with multiple FBS offers, you know, over the last 2 weeks, you know, including the likes of Penn State, and looks like another TD run for Wyomissing, putting them up 38-21 over Southern Columbia.
Corcona now, and incomplete. Intended out there for Jason Beckford. So Penn Manor takes over. 1st and 10 at their own 25, 6:53 to go. You know, there's a little bit more light actually in our broadcast position here than in where we were in the position that we had previously, where the Wilson coaches kind of took our spot.
Yeah, no, it's a good setup. Again, folks here at Penn Manor and, you know, hosting here at Millersville University, always gracious. I don't know if you caught that, Bruce. I did say the latest score I have is Wyomissing 38, Southern Columbia 21.
Wow, okay. So Werfel now still in there. Oh, boy. Incomplete. Was looking for number 11 there, Clark Wagstaff. Yeah, I don't know which actually broadcast position I prefer. Obviously, if we had inclement weather under the canopy would be good, but really this is nice out here. I guess the foot traffic's a little bit higher, you know, but
it's great to be out in the elements. Great fall night here now that we're in October here in Pennsylvania. Great night for Pennsylvania high school football.
Werfel. For Wagstaff again, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. There's a flag on the play.
So 2nd and 10 now, down to about 5 minutes remaining.
Illegal shift at Manor. It's declined. 3rd and 10.
So 5 minutes to go here. Werfel coming in, 3rd and 10. And it looks like the guy started down the field before the snap, but Werfel, oh, look at that move! Still short of the first down, though.
Werfel on the keeper.
No, he's a gamer, though, and he's going to keep going to that final whistle. So I believe it was coming into this game in the history of this series. It's been 30 wins for the Wilson Bulldogs and no wins for Penn Manor. It looks like that streak will stay intact after tonight with 4:06, 4:05, 4:04 left here in the fourth quarter.
And a timeout for Penn Manor. 3:57 remaining.
Hey, Comet fans, voted the #1.
Want to thank Andrew Cohen and GetRecruitedConsulting.com for their support of this broadcast. Give Andrew a call at 570-428-2872. Andrew will take your questions and give you a fair assessment. And all anybody wants to be told is the truth. Andrew is going to let you know what he can do for you. And based on your information, he's going to take it on an individual basis for each and every client he has. Andrew Cohen, GetRecruitedConsulting.com. And he's got a special camp up in Scranton on December the 7th. So go to GetRecruitedConsulting.com. And thanks to Brute Athletic, your support of all SSP network programs. Werfel. Back to pass, he's throwing deep and open, a beautiful play! Deshaun Stanley with a sparkling grab there, Cary.
No, great job by Stanley on that play. And again, it's late here in the fourth quarter, but these guys are going to keep playing the whistle. Great job by Werfel getting that ball downfield, hitting them in stride and picking up huge first down, and getting down to about the 25-yard line.
Oh, looked like he got pulled down with a face mask. Spencer Stewart with a nice carry, though. Picked up about 2, so 2nd and 8 here. Penn Manor, probably their deepest penetration into Wilson territory tonight. Werfel now. Back to pass. Looks like it's breaks contain, and he just gets slammed down, maybe only after a gain of about 2. Down to 2:45 remaining.
3
Penn Manor
receivers
trying to get something on the board.
3 receivers out up top there to the left. Good job by that Wilson secondary keeping all those guys in check, and Werfel just trying to make a play with his feet.
Werfel A center screen. I think that's a Spencer Stewart. Oh, and he's got a wide open field out to the left, and he races in for the touchdown. 22 yards.
Comets. Warful's touchdown pass complete. To number 26, Spencer Stewart.
Nice job there by Warfel. Nice job by Stewart. Again, late here in the fourth quarter, but again, just always looking for that opportunity to make some positive plays. Penn Manor's now on the scoreboard. Wilson up 40-6 with the PAT pending here for Penn Manor. So it looks like they're going to go for 2.
All right, so Werfel now going for 2. Look out. Oh, man, you could just in like a bullet there. Number 88 for Wilson, Austin Volukovic. Wow.
Yeah, I saw that earlier in the game, bringing that guy hard off the edge on that. Again, you kind of do the motion. That guy, went back again, just came screaming off that edge over the left tackle.
So winding it down here at Millersville. I want to thank Steve Kramer and the athletic department here at Penn Manor for all their support. John Brubaker, Doug Doms, Joe Mays, John Walk, Andy Herr. All your support on the broadcast tonight. And the stats guys for Wilson. I mean, home or on the road, wherever Wilson plays, they're the only organization that gives out and keeps stats. So, good stuff there. Phil Macaronis, great job. So 2:08 remaining. Like they're going to try an outside kick and a timeout, it sounded like, or I was going to say they can't line up I think they got to have equal numbers on each side of the ball. And still squibbing around there, picked up by Wilson down about the 30-yard line. So they've got possession with 2:04 remaining. So Wilson breaking the huddle. It's like they got a new quarterback in there, number 17, Adam Woods, a sophomore. Looks like we may have had somebody jump, but Woods fires it out to the side. And still moving down the sidelines. Beautiful catch there. That was number 29 there, Micah Cooper.
Step number 3, Deshaun Stanley.
Has some jets on him there. So down to about 1:15. Woods now calling signals for the Bulldogs. And nice tackle there. That was Eric Hinkle running the football there for Wilson was number 35, Amir Wellmaker.
Amir Wellmaker brought down by number 9, Eric Hinkle.
So under a minute now, Cary. We're winding it down. Wilson with a big Section 1 LL League win. Just really what they needed to get their season back on the right track, don't you think?
No, definitely. And we talked about, just trying to get everybody back on the field, and making a big statement win like this is huge for Wilson.
So most likely the last play there.
So where are you headed to tomorrow, Bruce?
Tomorrow I'm probably just going to go over to the going over to the Governor Mifflin celebration, and where you're at. I mean, you're doing some D2 stuff tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll be down at Westchester for homecoming. Bloomsburg is coming to town, so it should be a good matchup, a big rivalry game for both of those schools. So here we are, final at the Ville. Bulldogs of Wilson 40 and Penn Manor Comets 6.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. D2 here, Cary Moyer, man. I mean, he's a lot of fun to watch on Saturdays with all of his reports and that. Just a great time. Look forward to his stuff, and yeah, I mean, it should be a pretty good Saturday. It was a good night here for Wilson as they defeat Penn Manor 40-6. Thanks for hanging with us here on SSP Network. We're going to be off next week, but we will be back on the 15th with Berks Catholic hosting Exeter, which is going to be a great battle, Cary, and interested to see how both of these teams fare. Exeter plays Governor Mifflin next week, and that's going to be kind of a clash of titans, in the Berks League. So for my buddy Cary Moyer, I'm Bruce Badgley. Hey, listen, thanks for watching the broadcast.